What does it mean to live in the wish fulfilled? Today I have the best example that was gifted to us from manga, anime, and now television. And his name
I'm
is.
Mookie D. Luffy.
When we encounter Luffy, one of the first things that he says is introducing himself as the future king of the pirates. And he does so in a way that leaves absolutely no room for doubt, because there is no other possible outcome in his mind but to become the king of the pirates. He's not introducing himself as someone who is trying to become king of the pirates. He already knows he is going to be that, and he's showing up every single day as that person for himself, for his crew, for the world. Luffy's circumstances are not always the best. You have people who have tried to kill him, people who have tried to laugh at him, people who belittled him, people who didn't believe in him, and yet he persisted because he knew nothing else mattered but the story that he was telling himself. Luffy is the perfect example that circumstances don't matter. He came from nothing, although he had legacy. Just he didn't know about it, and this doesn't matter. What matters is that he came from nothing and he built himself brick by brick, always believing in himself more than anybody else could. And the more he believed in himself, the more he showed others that he was worth following. And this is why it is important that you believe in yourself and you trust where you're going. When you identify as someone, I am someone who is extremely loved, I'm always chosen, people are going to start seeing you as the person who is always loved and always chosen. When you tell yourself, I get paid to exist, money loves me, I get money effortlessly, I don't work for money, everyone around you is going to start moving to finance your life without you having to lift a finger. When you tell yourself, I'm a master shifter, I can easily quantum shift realities, then you become that person. Your circumstances don't matter. Anti shifters don't matter. Nobody else matters outside of the story that you're telling yourself. What you identify as every single day is what you're going to receive, because the universe, universe is you are going to get what you identify with. You are continuously manifesting. Whether you're telling yourself something negative, whether you're telling yourself something positive, you're constantly manifesting. What you assume to be true for yourself is what you end up getting. Sometimes it's a self fulfilled prophecy. The story that you identify with every single day is the story that you're going to experience. And I'm going to explain why in a way that makes sense to you.
The universe gives you who you are. People misunderstand that. They think the law of attraction is being obsessed with what you want. But no, if you want something, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. The universe will reflect to you what you are. You got to become that which you seek to be. Now, lofty questions works because it's actually getting you there. So when you ask a question such as, why do I have the fit muscular body of an athlete? You're tricking your subconscious by shifting your identity. And you will find that the universe will start to reflect that. If you ask yourself a question, why am I so kind and compassionate to everyone around me? Or why do I only eat healthy foods? Or why am I so brilliant at being an entrepreneur? You're shifting your identity at a fundamental level, almost like self-hypnosis, and the universe will start to reflect that. And your life will start accelerating and changing at a really rapid pace. This is actually the most effective manifesting technique I know. But if you sit down and you hope and you hope and you hope and you try to focus your mind on one thing over and over and over and over and over again, doesn't mean you're going to get that, because the universe doesn't give you what you want or what you crave. It gives you that which you are.
So now that you have understood what it is like to live in the wish fulfilled, now that you know that you are the operant power in your reality, one of the things that you should be telling yourself every single day, while you're manifesting, while you're doing your affirmations, as tell yourself, this is the only outcome that I accept. You make the rules. So stop limiting yourself, because there are no limitations to the things that you can achieve. The only limitations is the ones that you impose on yourself by telling you, I can't do this. This is unrealistic. This is too hard. Well, guess what? If this is the way that you approach things, yeah, that is going to be unrealistic for you. That is going to be hard for you. That is going to be really impossible to achieve still for you. What you tell yourself is what you end up experiencing. You have the absolute power and control. So do what Luffy does. Accept it and show up as your wish fulfilled every single day. The world is going to reflect it. Happy manifesting.